Excuse me. You talked about things before that are ongoing. If you're going to tell a judge why you're getting a warrant and how you secure a warrant, you need to tell us, the American people. I mean, you're talking about an environment that's 90 days before the midterm elections, and they had to know that, and about a former president who's likely, very likely, to want to run for president again. And now I think they've sealed his decision. That's my guess, because that's the way Trump is. He's a fighter. And that's why you like him, by the way, because he's a fighter. And you see what they're trying to do to him for no damn reason. These acts against Trump are unprecedented. 2 impeachments, they violated the traditional way in which impeachments are handled. Pelosi did. They violated it for past presidents. Impeaching a man who's not president anymore, that's never been done in American history. Triggering a special counsel investigation without a predicate that's required in the Department of Justice regulations, that's never been done before. This January 6th committee, we've never had a committee like this before in the House of Representatives, where all notions of Reformation and Western civilization, let alone our constitutional system, are thrown out the window. And then this at Mar-a-Lago over the President's Records Act, the Presidential Records Act, where everybody knows full well there's 1,000 different ways to work that through and to debate that and to litigate that and so forth. You don't send a bunch of FBI, but you know, it is par for the course. The SWAT team to get Roger Stone, the SWAT team to get Manafort, the FBI sent into this former justice official, Clark, I think his name is, where they force him to go on the street in his underwear and his boxer shorts or whatever it was, or his pajamas. Absolutely unnecessary. Where they go to the restaurant where Attorney John Eastman is eating with his wife, and he comes out and they serve him with a subpoena. I mean, what's going on here is really corrupt, militaristic-like tactics. The criminalizing of politics like we've never seen before. And they're brazen. They're not going to talk to us today. The day after it occurred, they're not going to talk to us? There's silence? We got to listen to these clowns? No, I'm not listening to them anymore. Let's listen. Fox 13 Tampa Bay, some of the reactions of leaders in Florida. Now, the reason I'm doing leaders in Florida is because there's one in particular, Governor DeSantis, who I call America's governor, who is really in front of the curb all the time and is clearly a potential president one day. Go.
Reaction is pouring in across the country, including here in the Sunshine State.
The governor, the candidates running against him, and Florida lawmakers are all weighing in this morning. And our Elizabeth Fry is live in Tampa with that part of the story. Liz?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, it didn't take long for those reactions from both sides of the aisle to start coming in from local leaders here in Florida. And one thing that all of these responses have in common is that each person seems pretty set on whether or not this raid was justified yesterday. Now, starting at the top, Governor DeSantis didn't hold back. He took to Twitter to voice his response, tweeting in part, "The raids of Mar-a-Lago is another escalation in the weaponization of federal agencies against the regime's political opponents, while people like Hunter Biden get treated with kid gloves." Now, Senator Rick Scott also chimed in on Twitter, saying that the FBI's raid is incredibly concerning, especially given the Biden admin's history of going after parents and other political opponents. This is a third world country, is what he said. He goes on to say, "We need answers now, and the FBI must explain what they're doing today and why." And finally, Senator Marco Rubio also tweeted, saying in part that Biden is playing with fire by using a document dispute to get the Justice Department to persecute a likely future election opponent. Now, Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody also weighed in on the raid, speaking on the Ingram angle on Fox News. She said she was not notified beforehand, adding that the FBI better have a good reason for the raid.
It is certainly unusual. And I tell you what, the charges, if there are any, the allegations, this better be a rock-solid case to wreck whatever respect there is right now for the FBI.
Now, on the other side of the aisle, gubernatorial candidates Charlie Crist and Nikki Fried have been vocal as well. Yesterday, Crist put out a statement saying that no one is above the law, not even a former president.
Really? No one is above a law, but not even a former president. What law are they talking about? The Constitution? That's been shredded. This has never been done to a former president. What do they mean nobody's above the law? How do they even know what's taking place? Have they been tipped off? Is Charlie Crist been informed what this warrant was all about before the rest of the nation? So how does he know? No one is above the law, not even a former president. What is he talking about? God, I'd love to debate these guys, but they'll never come on any of my platforms. Go ahead.
He went on to address Governor DeSantis' response, saying it yet again proves he is more interested in playing politics than seeking justice or the rule of the law.
And how so? How so? So immediately, Crist defends the actions that have never been taken before in American history. He defends them, and it's DeSantis playing politics. Crist wants to be the Democrat nominee, he's a congressman now attacking DeSantis. Go ahead.
And this morning, Nikki Fried plans to hold a press conference right outside the governor's mansion at 9 o'clock this morning, also calling on the governor to allow the Justice Department to do their job in a law.
Oh, isn't she special? When I was chief of staff to Ed Meese, they never wanted him to do his job. They kept investigating him. They kept pushing for independent counsel against him. Let them do their job, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the Democrat Party mob and militia is in front of the homes of Supreme Court justices. Let them do their job. That's why they just put out their addresses for the summer and their whereabouts this summer to unleash the mob against the justices. Let them do their job. Right? Has anybody been charged with violating that 18 U.S.C. 1507? No. But let them do their job, folks. No, it's a con job. We're not going to let them do their job without comment. Go ahead.
So, of course, we're going to be keeping you updated on what she has to say as well, but strong reactions from both sides of the aisle, guys.
Yeah, we'll be following this throughout the day. Elizabeth Fry reporting for us. Thank you.
And the Democrats responding. CNBC, go.
Senior congressional correspondent Ilan Moy with us again. Ilan?
Okay, I thought he kind of took a permanent vacation from journalism. But there he is, Shemp Smith. Go ahead.
Well, Shep, we're now hearing from some Democrats now who appear to be celebrating this apparent raid of the FBI at Mar-a-Lago. One theme that appears to be emerging is this idea of accountability. We're hearing from Representative Eric Swalwell of California, who said
accountability, the guy sleeps with a communist Chinese spy. No ethics investigation, no investigation, let alone prosecution, still on the Intelligence Committee, and this piece of crap is talking about accountability. Why do they go to Eric Swalwell? Why? Because Eric Swalwell hangs out at the door of the media, slobbering all over the place until they give him a clip. Go ahead.
honest system and a corrupt one. In 2020, Donald Trump brought us dangerously close to a permanently corrupt America. The rule of law is taking shape and accountability.
Okay, now, first of all, the guy pretends to be a lawyer. If the leaks are correct, this has nothing to do with January 6th, the election of 2020. It has nothing to do with any of that. So why is he burping all this crap up like this? And the media, of course, regurgitate it. Go ahead.
Is coming. Meanwhile, Representative Pramila Jayapal, who's the head of the Congressional Progressive Caucus.
She's like the local party chairman of the local Communist Party. She's in charge of the progressives. I believe she's from Seattle, where they're doing a fantastic job there, aren't they? Go ahead.
Donald Trump should be in jail. I'm glad to see the...
Oh, Donald Trump should be in jail. That's it. Japala, what's her face? Donald Trump should be in jail. That's it. And she's taken seriously, and her comments are regurgitated on CNBC. Go.
FBI taking steps toward accountability, and Jerry Nadler, the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, who viewers might remember from Donald Trump's first impeachment, responded to these breaking news headlines with just one word: good! Exclamation point. Now, I have heard back from the White House.
Good! Exclamation point. Wow. He's about as cogent as Joe Biden. That's number one. And number two, good. What's good? Again, what do they know that we don't know? The Democrat Party hates this country. They think they run the country, and they do in many respects. They think they own every institution in this country. Donald Trump has done nothing to deserve any of this, but they don't care. This is a Stalinist mindset, and that's the nature of this party. That's enough.
For all this and much more, sign up for LevinTV.